Hello, chat. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh god, gamers. I'm not doing too well, but hello. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing better than me. It's been a little bit. Oh goodness, it's been like the longest, most agonizing few weeks of my life. Hello, guys. Hi. Welcome. We're gonna be mega chillin' today. We're gonna be chilling vibes for as long as I could sit up today, so yeah, we're gonna see how long that lasts. Welcome. I will update you guys as soon as I get through the basic stream stuff. So yes, hi, hello, I'm Hawley, otherwise known as PetPyves. I use all pronouns. I'm queer, I'm autistic, I'm disabled. You're gonna get a real good taste of the disability side of my life today. Oh boy, it's been a few weeks since I've streamed, and uploads have been a little wacky, but it's honestly a miracle I've uploaded at all. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, today I'm gonna be working on an animation. It's actually an animation meme. I haven't made an animation meme in a while. And I wanted to do one for Persona Project, and I chose the time-lapse meme. I don't know if you know what that one is. It's an older one. And I thought it would fit really well for me and my arrows, so that's what I'm gonna work on in the background. Gosh, I have to start the slideshow for the fan art, because you guys have submitted a lot of cool fan art, and I very much love and appreciate it. There's some really cool stuff. There's wobble dogs in there. I was so excited. Oh my god, congrats, Blue Streak. Oh my god, a whole year. I know, all the little May icons are about to start popping up. The guardian angels who have been here for a year. Holy cow, dude. That's awesome. But yeah, if you want to submit some fan art, there's a link in the description. It's always open, even when the streams are off, and I very much appreciate it. Oh my god, and Mal too! Yay! The Mays are being rolled out! They are! Oh, that's so awesome. But yeah, what else do I have? Oh yeah, I made some new merch, like, at the start of this month. If you haven't checked it out, please do. There's posters and buttons and mouse pads now, and it's pretty lit. And if you want to donate to the stream, be my guest. It all helps support me. I literally just got a new drawing tablet throughout this last month, because everybody was very supportive, and I very much appreciate that. My old drawing tablet had goddamn Mod Podge all over it. Also, I apologize if I'm, like, slurring my words or stumbling over my words. I'm medicated, like, badly for surgery purposes, and I don't make a lot of sense sometimes right now, and I apologize. I'm doing my best, you know? But yeah, I did get the new drawing tablet. I've been adjusting to it. It's been a bit of a weird adjustment. This one's a little more touchy than what I'm used to. I'm sure you guys might have seen it in one of the newer shorts, like the line art was really different, like, yeah, so, holy cow, I'm sure, like, the biggest question everybody had, not, the biggest question everybody probably has is like, what's been going on? And like, I will explain as much as I can here while I try to remember what I was even doing in this animation last, because I haven't opened this up in a while. A pocket watch, who could have guessed? Oh, the trickster, okay. I'm drawing some more entities. Alright, cool. So, oh my gosh, you guys have been here for so long. Thank you, Maddie. Oh my god, that's so great. I know, I saw you got your book in the Discord. That's so wonderful. I'm wishing the best for you, dude. Good luck on your healing journey. It's crazy how I look without my glasses. I look so weird without my glasses. They're like such a big part of me, man. But I always animate them on a separate layer, especially when this is like a legit animation, like there's like all these moving parts and stuff. So I have to put the glasses on a separate layer. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But yeah, oh god, where have I been? God, I have been suffering like I've never suffered in my life. This is actually kind of great, that one of the recent episodes of Persona Project was about this.
Hi, Hawley.
Hi.
Hope you're having a safe recovery. Hope your recovery process goes well.
Thank
you for always being a great inspiration, and I wish the best for you.
Thank you, Crash, for the well wishes. I wish it was going better myself, dude. I appreciate the dono. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Crash.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Fries Money.
Tyler! Oh my god, I've missed your hilarious donos with Fries Money. Thank you, dude. Oh, that's so great, guys. Thanks for the warm welcoming back. So yeah, one of the recent Persona Project episodes actually kind of foreshadowed what's going on in my life right now. Kind of crazy. So, I'm just gonna weed everybody out now. If you don't want to hear about, periods, or, women's health, or, birth control, if you don't want to hear about blood, you don't want to hear about illness, feel free to step away for a moment, because I have endometriosis, and a large population of people with uteruses have endometriosis, and it's one of the most underdiagnosed things out there. The statistics will break your heart. Not many people take it seriously, because society bottom text, women bottom text, people with uteruses bottom text. I won't get into that very much. I've been very heated about it. But it's kind of ironic I'm drawing the trickster like super pissed off right now. It's like really fitting, honestly. But basically, I have been in a constant fight for my right to not feel like garbage all the time. That's just the basic disability fight, I'm not gonna lie. It's just fighting to be listened to and taken seriously. And my whole life I have struggled with my period being extremely bad and being gaslit into being told that it was normal and that, oh, everybody throws up on their period. Everybody doubles over in pain. Everybody, everybody cries on their period, apparently. Like, I'm just, that's the norm, and it's not. Wake up call, guys. Pain is not normal. Don't normalize any pain in your life. I've seen so many comments on the period episode being like, oh, no, silly. Pain is normal. Pain is fine. Every person with a uterus who has a period goes through pain. It's normal. No. Pain is not normal. Don't normalize that. You are literally normalizing pain. That's not fair. It's still pain. It's not normal. If you said that every month at the same time you had a crippling headache, like a migraine, that takes you out with a fever and symptoms of a cold and makes you throw up, you would go to the doctor and they would be very concerned, and they would go send you to a neurologist, they would send you specialists, they would be very concerned, right? So why is it different? my uterus is an organ, just like any other organ in my body. So basically, I got diagnosed with endometriosis only a year ago. I have been fighting it since the day I started my period, and it has been festering for 15 years just about. And let me tell you, when you have a disease that is just running rampant in your body for over a decade unchecked, holy cow, does that result in some problems. It does cause a lot of issues, to say the very least. And mine was getting to be a pretty bad stage by the time I got it diagnosed. I was very fortunate to get it diagnosed non-invasively. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of technology. I don't really believe this, but apparently there's not a lot of technology to really see endometriosis on like ultrasounds and things. You have to kind of do a very invasive exploratory surgery to confirm it's there, which I feel is just crazy for, 2026, and we have to literally cut people open to confirm that they have a disease. It is insane and just downright inhumane. Luckily, I didn't have to go through that. My doctors just believed me. They took a list of my symptoms, they monitored me over the course of several months and said, yep, you have endometriosis, no doubt. We don't have to do any surgeries, we're just gonna start treating it. Because it's really not hard to start treating something and being like, hey, is this gonna help? So I started a medication for endometriosis, and it is the only medication for endometriosis out there that is like a pill that you take every day. It's akin to birth control, but it's not birth control. It's for endometriosis specifically. There is no generic brand of this medication. It is just straight up a branded, let that sink in, a branded medication. One option for this entire disease. And the worst part about it is that you have a 2-year limit of taking that medication. You get 2 years on that med before you have to get off of it, because it messes with your bone density and will make you extremely weak. And, it might make you, not be able to walk. Like me. Like that's what happened to me. So I took this medication for 2 years, and then after the 2 years were up, they were like, oh well, guess there's no way to manage this anymore. You will just have to go back to being in excruciating pain. Sorry. And, I left the doctor's office sobbing my eyes out, and they called me hysterical. And they were very mean to me. Because I was like, there has to be another option. There's no way that that's the only option I have, is to just suffer from now on. I might get 2 years of relief for the rest of my life. That does not sound right. So I went to a bunch of different doctors, and I was like, I'm not taking this as an answer. This is bullshit. Guys, stand up for yourself, especially in the medical world, especially if you're AFAB. Keep bothering them. Be the squeaky wheel. You will get the oil. Because I found a really great doctor whose eyes just lit up when I told her what happened to me. And she was like, oh no, there are so many long-term options. We will figure this out. You don't have to suffer. This is BS. And I was like, thank you, woman. Oh my god. So there is a list of options that I've been going down for the past few years of trying to manage this disease. And I finally got to this point where this is the last procedure I'd have to try before I can finally just remove my uterus entirely. It is broken, it doesn't work, I'm not going to use it, I'm aro-ace, I'm literally too physically unfit, riddled with disease, I'm disabled, there's no way I'm having children, right? There's so many, I'm like almost 28 too, by the way. Like, I think I'm old enough to make this decision by now. There's been so many things I've been told about my own body that I don't have control over. And so I decided, I had tried like birth control when I was younger to try to alleviate some of these symptoms, and I did not have a good time on birth control. It made me into a whole different person, and I lost a lot of my friends. You're gonna see it in Parker's era. I don't want to get into it too much because I really want my own eras to like tell their own stories, but to say I was really nervous about birth control is kind of an understatement. It kind of ruined my life. And so there's this other kind of birth control. I don't know if many people really understand what they are. It's called an IUD. And it's basically a device that goes into your uterus and helps stop your periods and works as like one of the most effective birth controls out there. Like the success rate is like 99%. It's crazy. And my doctors suggested the IUD to me as a form of endometriosis care because it would thin the lining of my uterus and make it, you know, better for me, and I wouldn't have to suffer. And it would be a very long-term solution. It would be like years and years and years where I wouldn't even have to take a pill every day, and I would just have relief for almost a decade. And so I heard this plan of my doctors, and I was like, this sounds perfect. This sounds great. Let's do this. Only problem is, only issue. If you know anything about IUDs, they're one of the most horrific procedures you can go through because they just don't give you any pain medication. They just don't knock you out. They just don't give a shit. And I searched around desperately trying to find somebody who would put me under for this procedure. And nobody would. It would be like a 20-minute procedure at most. And none of them would do it. My insurance wouldn't cover it, blah blah blah. I live in America, blah blah blah. So my doctors were amazing, and they were like, hey, the only way you're gonna do this is if you raw dog it, but we're not gonna let you just raw dog it like that. That's inhumane. So I had a bunch of great medications, and my doctors were really, really patient and understanding with me. I mean, I'm autistic. I kind of freak out in these kind of scenarios. And so the other kind of complex part about just my case is that I have Crohn's disease. On top of this, I have multiple overlapping diseases. Disability happens to be this way many, many times, is that a lot of disabled people have overlapping conditions. It's never just one thing, I swear to God. But my Crohn's does not allow me to take ibuprofen or NSAIDs because I take other medication that will conflict with that. So basically my stomach will get torn to shreds if I take certain pain medications. So that meant all I have to my name is Tylenol. And let me tell you, Tylenol didn't do nothing against the whole ass surgery. So I went into this surgery knowing I was gonna be in excruciating pain, just out the gate, like no matter what. And I was like, you know what, okay, fine. I don't care anymore. I'm desperate. I want this over with. So I went and I got it done, and that was the 3rd of this month I did that. And I was like, okay. The procedure itself was fine. It actually was not horrible. It was definitely the most pain I've ever felt in my life. I felt medical instruments in my organs while I was alive and awake. Crazy, by the way. Weirdest, most horrifying pain in the whole entire world. Having your organs just be touched while you're like awake from the inside. Absolutely insane. Horrible, 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 horrible pain. Almost passed out. Almost threw up. Made it through it. Got the IUD, great, awesome, super. Few days after was like, you know, a lot of cramping and a lot of like side effects and stuff, because, you know, like I was healing. They projected it to be like 4 days recovery, right? It's like, okay, 4 days, not bad. So 4 days passed, and all of a sudden the pain was like excruciating. And I was like, hey, I don't think this is good. Guys, I think I'm dying, actually. This is really bad, and I don't know what to do. And they were like, That's not good.
Hi.
Hi.
Here is some money because you're very cool.
Oh, thank you so much, Opal. That's really sweet. Thank you. Thank you for the dono. But, yeah, basically, my entire story I'm telling you right now is a testament of the American healthcare system and how much of it's just a failure. Because I sat there for a day going, dear God, something is really wrong. And then I went to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, I told them all my symptoms, right? And, whenever I go to a hospital, they always give me this ding-dang allergy band because I have severe allergies, blah, blah, blah. So I was at a high risk patient, right? Like, I was like, it seemed like I was having an allergic reaction to this IUD. And so they were like, oh God, we will get you in right away. I'm like, cool. I'm crying. I'm in a lot of pain. Shout out to my roommates. Holy fuck. You guys are troopers. For getting me through this. Thank you, Lost Woods, for the very sweet message, by the way. Your comfort crab art was so beautiful. Yes, thank you. I can't wait to see it. So I waited in that hospital for 3 hours. And in that 3 hours, I experienced 3 different panic attacks. The first one was an autistic meltdown from sensory overload. The second one was a financial crisis because they got me into a financial office, got all my information, and then threw me out into a waiting room for 2 hours. And I was just panicked how much this was going to cost me. The third freak out was I didn't want to be touched by anyone, and I didn't want to comply anymore. If they put any needles near me, I was gonna freak the hell out. By that point, I was delusional with hysteria. Like, I was just hysterical. So we just left the hospital. Like, I was still having problems, but I was so much more uncomfortable by the hospital system that I just left. So the whole day, I just dealt with the symptoms of debilitating, like, horrible reaction. The next day, I went to a different hospital. Where I finally got care. And they were like, yeah, it's just painful. Sorry, buddy. Here's some pain medication at the bare minimum that you can actually have. And, like, that's pretty much all we could do for you. And I was like, awesome. Nobody thought to take the IUD out. You know, the one that's causing all the freaking problems. No one. Not a single person thought that that would be the best option for me. They were like, no, we'll just leave it alone and give you some pain meds. Here, child, you want some fentanyl? And I was like, no, bitch, I don't! What? Oh my god, the American healthcare system is so busted. I about had a stroke just sitting there, and they were like, yeah, so we're just gonna give you this, like, really horrible, highly addictive, very deadly medication. No, you're not. I refused so much care that day. I was like, oh, hell no.
Get yourself a sweet treat.
Oh, thank
Sorry,
you.
stuff is rough right now. I hope it gets easier soon.
Andy, thank you so much. You're so supportive in all my videos. I really appreciate you, dude. But yeah, no, I do have plenty of treats. I'm good. So yeah, the hospital was like, at least they gave me something else, that I was not gonna be problematic as hell. So I'm like, cool. I have like 10 of these medication pills, and I'm like, well, my next appointment with my doctor is in a month. So I've been having to stretch my pain meds for a month. I basically take one of my pain meds every 2 days. Because they just didn't give me enough. And so I've been calling my doctors frantic, being like, get this out. Get this IUD out. There's something wrong. I don't want it anymore. It's making me miserable. I can't work. I can't draw. I can't think. I need this out. And so my doctors scheduled me a gracious 1 week earlier than the original appointment. Oh, thank you so much. What am I gonna do for the next 3 goddamn weeks? So, basically, guys, I've been goddamn on the death's door for like a month, and I genuinely don't know how I made art or videos or anything during this time. I did have a lot of it on backlog. I tend to, like, prepare things ahead of time because I know my life's a damn circus and I know shit's gonna go down 24/7, and I kind of prepare for that, but like, damn, I did not prepare enough. God, I did not expect this to last this long. So this whole experience has been horrific for me, and next week, not next week, this is in 2 days. In 2 days I get it removed, and then I have another recovery period. So I'm getting surgery to correct the surgery in 2 days. And, oh my god, to say I'm stressed the hell out is like an understatement, because I just want to finish Blackbird's era. Like, I've been locked the hell in, trying to finish her era, as much as I can in between all of this goddamn agony, but like, I can't truly express the pain and suffering I have gone through at the hands of this medical system. Oh my sweet baby Jesus, like, it's crazy. And like, my doctors are really great. Like, they did their best.
I also very recently got actually diagnosed with a chronic illness that's been torturing me. Here's to us both healing. Blay.
Oh, Mal, dude, I hope you heal too. Or at least remission, man. Like, god damn, I need to enter remission where it's just like manageable. It's just super out of control. But yeah, sorry, I've been rambling. I will answer questions. But I just wanted to update you, like, what has been going on, because it has been insane. This is gonna be a crazy Persona Project episode when it comes out. Robin Era has gone through so much medical trauma, it's insane. Like, yeah. The only thing that I'm a little troubled about right now is that when I get the IUD removed, I don't have another plan yet of what I'm gonna do to manage the endometriosis. I'm just kind of like stuck. Like, there's not much I can do right now because I don't want to put myself through another goddamn disaster right now. Like, I don't think my body can handle it. So I just have to kind of tank endo again. Like, I'm back to square one. Like, I didn't even get anywhere. I went through all of this pain and got absolutely nowhere. All because I can't do what I want with my own body. If I had it my way, I wouldn't even have a uterus. It would not only be to fix my endometriosis issues, but it would also be gender affirming for me. There's so many reasons why I don't want the damn thing, but I don't have a choice. And that's the reality of living in America right now, is that they would rather put me through all of this than give me a choice. And it's really sad. And I don't usually get super political on my channel, but I don't think it's political to have a right to my own medical health. There's some things that kind of go beyond that, where I'm like, this is just humanity. And I don't have a right to that right now. And so now I'm in a little bit of a hopeless state when it comes to my health. I'm kind of like traumatized, and I don't want to put myself through anything else at this time. I'm just gonna kind of go back to being like, well, I'll start all over again. And that's kind of the hard part about disability, is getting the answers, trying to find something that works for you, and then going through this cycle of, it works for a little bit, now it doesn't work, now what do I do? I'm panicking. And like, just in my own experience, it's always been this cycle of just this exact cycle over and over and over again of, aha, I finally figured it out. Great, the doctors are listening. This is wonderful. Oh god. Actually, I kind of regret coming to the doctor now. This is worse than it was before. And so I'm trusting in my doctors. They're doing a great job. I know they're not going to let me down. I'm building hell of a paper trail now for a very good case for what a procedure I actually want done, but it's sad that I have to build a paper trail to get something done for myself like that. So that is the cold, hard, horrible truth of my life currently. So that's been a lot lately, on top of just trying to heal my mental health with Persona Project. It's been a doozy. But no, I'll answer y'all's questions. I'm sure there's like a million. I do apologize for not seeing them. I'll take a moment to answer them. Barry Blue Bar, I so agree. Oh, yeah, you're gonna be adopting a cat when you move out in April. It's so great. I wish you luck with your endeavors and adoption. Cats are so wonderful. My cat has been such a good little baby right now. They're all of this. Very proud of him. Oh. Yeah. Why life gotta suck, Shallow Shrimp. Bro, I don't know. If it didn't, I wouldn't even have to animate the damn thing. It's really annoying. Oh, yeah. Alright. Eye doctors have been really great, though. Like, I really do think I have some really great doctors. It's just a matter of they have to jump through all these hoops and do all these crazy things because of the system in place that we all don't like. I have not been overdoing it, I promise, guys. Like, I've been animating, like, the slowest ever. First of all, I've been learning how to use a whole new drawing tablet, which is, like, super cool and fun. I've been really liking my new drawing tablet. Like, it has these really cool, like, knobs that I've turned into my undo buttons and redo buttons. So I, like, turn the knob one way to undo and the other way to redo. It's so nice. And then I have one that, like, skips through the frames and stuff. Very cool, very nice drawing tablet. Took some time to adjust to that. But, like, for me, like, art is my release. It's, like, how I cope with a lot of things. So, like, not being able to do art is kind of painful for me, genuinely. And, like, a lot of people don't get that. They're like, stop working, you need to rest, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is my rest. This is, like, the calmest. This is my flow state. This is, like, my passion. This is when I feel my best, is when I'm drawing. And it's great. Drawing is like time travel. It's awesome. Like, I could skip over a lot of stuff by drawing. Like, if I'm like, man, I don't feel good right now, I'll draw, and the next thing I know, boom, it's been 8 hours. I'm like, wow, alright, now I get to go to bed. Let's go, dude. Like, drawing has been crucial to my healing right now. Physically, mentally, emotionally, just, like, I know a lot of people are concerned because they probably see it as work. But to me, it's not work. It's vital for me. Oh god, that jump scared me so bad. I about jumped out of my skin. Holy crap. Thank you for the sub, though. Is there somebody in chat being like, not nice? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry if there's people not being good in the chat. I mean, I can't really help that. I have moderators, they're doing their best, and I might miss stuff. I apologize. When did I first start animating? 2015, 2014. I started posting a lot in 2016, but I started around like 2014, and then posted a little bit in 2015. So, a good decade. What entity was the hardest one to name? Superstar employee? Collywobbles. I was stuck on Collywobbles, because I wanted to name it Ticklebug at first, because that's what I used to call my stomach. Like, getting upset was like Wild Child used to think it was a bug in her stomach, like tickling her stomach, which is like a hilarious way to like say that. But yeah, that one was the hardest one I had to choose. Can I walk? Yes, I'm ambulatory. I've always been an ambulatory wheelchair user. That means that I can walk short distances and I can stand. but for long distances, I prefer to use my wheelchair at this time. I am in physical therapy. I've had to stop that because I've been in agonizing, excruciating pain for a month, which is really such a bummer because now I'm going to be set back a lot with my learning to walk again journey, which is terrible. I'm kind of set back on a lot of things because of this, and it's making me very upset. But I only really use my wheelchair when I'm going to the doctor, because that's literally the only time I've left my house in the past month, because I'm bedridden and housebound. I can't go very far. I'm in agonizing pain. I was making a lot of great progress with my walking before, though. Like, I was doing very well. I was tackling stairs, and it's gonna take me a little while to get back to that again, unfortunately. I'm, like, gonna have to start all over. Like I said, I'm literally starting all over. A theme with Robin I'm noticing with this era of mine is just, like, picking myself back up and trying again, and trying again, and trying again, and trying again, and it's just, like, a very repetitive, kind of discouraging cycle of just when I think I'm flying, I get shot down, and then I gotta heal my wings, and I gotta take off again, and it's constant, but I'm fighting. It's like, I'm not giving up. I don't ever think I can give up. I don't think that's in my soul. How did I start making all my series and shows? God, saying my S's feels like my jaw is gonna fall off. I'm sorry. How did I start? Well, writing. Writing is kind of the heart and soul of stories. I mean, all of the character art and animation and sound and voice acting and music and everything, that comes way later. You gotta start with a script. You gotta get comfortable with a blank white sheet of paper and your words. You gotta just write. And the best way I can advise writing, read a lot. Read, read, read. The more you read, the better of a writer you are. Because you learn things as you read, being like, wow, I really like how this author did this, or, oh, I do not like that, or, oh, wow, I've never thought to, like, describe this visual this way, and it's a great learning experience to read, and I think writing is the most important part of how I tell my stories. 99% of my stories starts with me sitting with a group of characters and essentially running a little role play in my own little document, being like, how are my little blorpos gonna interact? What are they gonna do today? And just kind of like make these little episodic little get to know each other little things between my characters. Like, that's kind of how I start everything, is just getting to know my characters, writing them, knowing them very well, and then telling their story. That's kind of how I do it. Oh, that art above me is so beautiful. All the eras. So beautiful. Soulless stars, yeah, Robin's gonna have a wheelchair every now and then. For certain scenarios. Especially when I was learning how to drive it. I was a bad student driver. Why does Blackbird wear a mask? Because I'm autistic, and it's a metaphor for masking, which is kind of like your God, this is really hard to think on pain brain, but a lot of autistic and neurodivergent people create a mask to better fit into society, and it is like a fake kind of version of you that is carefully curated to fit better social norms and to be accepted easier into society. And that's like something that a lot of autistic people unfortunately deal with, is having to learn how to unmask after masking heavily, and knowing when you have to mask and unmask is very, very exhausting. So it's a lot of the personas have their own kind of metaphors for masking. Wild Child's hair covers her eyes, Blackbird has a physical, literal mask. She was one of the most heavily masked out of all of us. Parker doesn't have a mask, per se. I say that he's the most unmasked out of all of us. Genuinely. I think that's why I was so happy during that era. Hawley has like a physical like mask of like she's a cat, so she has like a pattern on her face that looks like a mask. Cause she can't take it off. Haha. Haley doesn't have a mask cause that's again when I unmasked, and I haven't put on a mask since. It's been a very long process of unmasking. Are we gonna see Evan in a stream again? Just Human? I don't know. It's really up to him. It's very much like if he just feels like it. I don't ever really push him. He's his own person. Oh, Hayden, thank you.
I went to my local library on Friday.
Yes!
Everyone start reading more Meow. There's even books on writing if you want to study writing. Go fish. And support your local library.
This is a beautiful message. Emoji. Oh my god, thank you, Hayden. Yes. I love my local library. The best part about libraries nowadays too is they have apps where you can get audiobooks from your library. You can rent audiobooks. I've been renting audiobooks. I've been really enjoying Margaret Owen's series. She's one of my favorite authors. Oh my god. I love Little Thieves. Oh my god, that book series is getting so good. I love that book series. And I also, on my app, I get magazines, so I get recipes and stuff. And I usually go to my local library just to literally get recipe books because I'm like such a cooking nerd. I love my library. And they have a lot of great resources. They have more than just books. They have tools. They have crafts. They have all kinds of events. Like, can't recommend libraries enough. We need to support them now more than ever. Potato Chippy, I do art fight pretty much every year, unless I explicitly state I'm not for some reason. Just assume I am, because I love art fight. I did like 100 attacks last year. It was kind of awesome. I really do try my best, but there's like so many more of you than me. Sorry, I just really like this frame because they're just so silly looking. The thing about animation when I animate like this, it's a lot of like going over my own line art just a bunch of times. You'll see that kind of a lot as I animate this because it's a process. I don't know how to really explain it, but it helps your animation be a little smoother if you have this little like wobbly frame before and after of movement is complete, because it just adds this little like rigid little like kinetic energy kind of little look to it, where it's just like it's coming to a halt essentially, like, or it's about to move. And I've done this in my animations for a very long time. I'm having a really hard time looking between my screens. I have two screens. I usually have chat on one screen and my drawing on another, but I am really dizzy, so I'm not looking back and forth as much, so I do apologize. I miss things, guys. Oh, goodness. What am I animating? I'm doing a animation meme for Persona Project. It's the time-lapse meme. It's gonna be really great. It's like whole concept of the animation meme is like most people do it where, like, back in the day, it was a popular animation meme in the community because people would take their characters and would like speed up time. So it'd be like, oh, like you have like this little like warrior cat who's like a kit, and then it would like upgrade into like a warrior, and then then a leader, and then they go to Star Clan. Like it's meant to be like a passage of time kind of meme. And So I wanted to do it with me and my personas. I thought that would be really cool. And so like the whole beginning of the animation is me trying to get back this pocket watch from my disorders. Like almost like I'm taking my life back from my mental health disorders. It's pretty neat. I think the symbolism is really neat. There's gonna be a lot of visuals of like film and pocket watches and time and like memories, stuff like that in this animation. And it's one of my side projects. Like this is like one that I do every now and then. Like there's not that much done. There's like, how many frames? 1,700 frames and I'm on 200. So I don't work on big animations like this a whole lot because I animate like short form content more, obviously. That's about to like sound hilarious because the next video I have for you guys is a long ass animation. I'm actually really excited. You guys have been like really patient and I very much appreciate it, but the entity special is done and it's coming out tomorrow. So after this stream, my YouTube members, tadpoles and up, y'all will get to see the entity special. It's 6 minutes long. It's like the longest damn animation I've done in a while. It was a doozy. I spent most of my recovery on that animation. There's a little bit of wonkiness with the art in it because I was learning how to use my drawing tablet through it. But it turned out great. It's very informative. It's literally going to be all about each of the entities. And it's going to answer every FAQ I get on a regular basis about them. I think one of the most common questions on my channel right now is, what is that thing in the background that looks like a cat? Why do these things haunt you? What's that creature? Or people being like, I have a theory about this person's real life. That creature represents this or that. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Maddie, again, thank you. That's so sweet, dude. Thank you for the dono. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's none of that will happen anymore. All your questions should hopefully be answered by this extremely thorough video. I actually wrote this entire entity special on stream as well. So it's actually pretty cool, to see it come to fruition. It took forever to animate. I went back and made sure that I referenced as many like Persona Project episodes as I could with it too. So in the corner of the screen you'll see like throughout the special, it will say like what episode is being shown in the background. So if you ever want to thoroughly go back and like see what each entity, like which episodes they appear in and why, there's like links to that and stuff. This special is going to be a really big resource for anybody in need of any mental health help. I've curated a very extensive list in the description, and I'm going to put it in the pinned comment as well when it comes out, of just help for everybody who needs it. But yeah, just a fair warning though, if you end up watching the special, it's gonna talk about a lot of different mental health things, obviously. It's literally about the beings that make up my mental health disorders, which are, shockingly, disorderly. So, there's plenty of warnings at the beginning of the video though, so just be cautious. It's a long animation. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. It's longer than the meeting episode, which is hysterical, actually. So there should be plenty of information. But if you guys have any more questions, you're always free to ask them on the video, too. If there's something that the animation just did not answer. I think the only question I'm going to be getting a lot is just, how come my autism isn't an entity? And that's because it's not something that needs to be cured. Autism is a part of me. It's a part of who I am as just a person across all the board. Like, it's not something separate from me. I am autistic. It's not something that I'm sick with, unlike being OCD, which is a disorder that I am sick with. So that's the difference between that. How did I write a special on stream? Fairy Goblet, writing is my absolute passion. Like, writing is honestly what I'm most good at. It is the thing I have carefully crafted my entire life to be my most refined skill. So. Oh, man. Hold on, I gotta make sure I realize my music might not be looping. There we go. My music. It's just Xbox 360 ambience, because I've been listening to this over and over again throughout my recovery. Yeah, it's been really nice. I wish I can go back. I'm very much into the Frutiger Arrow community and aesthetic. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh my god, Wild Raccoon, right? Like, I miss animation memes, bro. We need to bring them back. They're so good. I miss, like, the head bouncing, like, stupid animation memes. Like, I really do miss them. Like, bring animation memes back, 2026. Like, if I gotta do it myself, I will. It wouldn't be the first time I did something before everybody else caught on. Not to brag, but I'm kind of a trendsetter. I'm sure if I just was like, we're bringing this back now, and enough people hopped on the hype train, we'd bring it back successfully. It's just that, I don't know, like, internet is so different now. I feel like the reason why people stopped making animation memes are because of the outright just bullying and like the hate, and a lot of people just couldn't deal with the heavy criticism of just not being allowed to be bad at things. Like, there's like this weird like thing going on in society where like everybody must be an expert at what they're doing at all times. Like, there's no room for being a beginner. There's no like gap in that, and like it's so sad because like when I started animating, they had maps that were specifically beginner friendly, and they wouldn't let people in who were too advanced. Like, they would go to your YouTube channel and determine whether or not you were actually like a beginner or not, and then they would say, okay, you can join this map. And like the whole point of the map, which a map is a multi-animator project, the whole point of the map was to learn something new, was to try something different, and to push yourself as an artist. And I joined like at least 12 of these, like 10, like above like 10, like at least a dozen of these maps when I first started animating. And those people gave me a chance to like experiment and have fun while doing it and have an end product. And like, I miss that. And like, the problem with me now is, unfortunately, I'm too big. I'm too big. I can't do it, or else I will not be able to like take care of every single person who wants to. Like, if I made a map today, oh my god, it would be like sorting through thousands of applicants, and like that would just be so hard for me because I would want everybody to be in it, and I'm like, man, this stinks. Like, I want us to find that balance again where there's enough maps and there's enough welcoming community and less hate, more encouragement, more allowance for beginners to be bad at stuff in the beginning so they can learn. Like, I want this renaissance to come back very badly, and if I gotta take charge, I totally will. Maybe that'll be something I do after Persona Project. It'll just be like, okay guys, I'm in charge now of this this renaissance. We're gonna start it here. Feel free to join me. I think that would be awesome. Because we all agree we want it back, so like, why not? Why haven't we brought it back? Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta open up different tabs just to see chat right now because I can't turn around. I'm very dizzy. Glad everybody agrees. PetPyves' entire community map would be crazy. Right, like everybody gets like 1 second. It would be so chaotic. Like the flash warning on that video would be like so crazy. It'd be like one of those like TikToks where it's like pause the video and see what character you get, and there's like a bunch of characters like flashing on the screen. You like pause it to see which one you get. It'd be like that, but like pause the video and see what artist you get. I used to host my own maps. Like Hiki actually did, like back in the day. It was fun. I miss it. Make a secret side channel. My art style is so recognizable. They would know right away. Unless I wanted to teach myself to be ambidextrous and like train my left hand to draw. That would be so interesting. Thank you for explaining the Hawley joke. There's so much bald Hawley crap going around. It's just a joke, guys. It's a joke about. It's the joke of like, oh my god, I love you. Please don't go bald. Thing that's like, it's like a thing of like endearment of like when you really like somebody, you're like, oh my god, I hope you don't go bald. Like it's like a funny little like thing, and then they've all been drawing me bald because of it. Because I drew it on stream once. It's a whole thing. Potato chippy? Yes, I want to talk about my OCs that are lesser known. I'm actually working on like a big document. I love documents. Making documents are like one of my hobbies. I like make these very elaborate, very pretty, like old internet style, like they look like old web pages, I swear to god, like my documents. And I like to curate all of my characters, like interests, like their likes, dislikes, their birthdays, all of the art, all of the links to any animations I've ever made of them, and like I'm working on like a big document of them because I have a lot of OCs and it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited to like share it when it's done. It's just a work in progress. Maybe I'll work on it on stream another time for you guys to show you how cool it is. Ugh. Have any recommendations for shows you're currently watching? Creepy Girl, Pasta. I don't watch a whole lot. When I'm in like kind of survival crisis mode like I have been in the past month, I resort back to things that are comforting and familiar on repeat. So I have only watched Pokemon movies, and The Amazing Digital Circus. Hilariously, as the Digital Circus fan art comes on the screen. That is ironic as hell. It was a sign! But yeah, I watch Digital Circus like 3 times a day minimum. Just about. And Pokemon. And my favorite YouTuber, who is Siri Pixel Biologist. She plays like cozy little games, environmental games, and I've been watching her play Wobble Dog, so she has like hundreds of episodes, and it's nice to sit there and watch one of my hyperfixations be played by one of my favorite people, because I'm very hyperfixated on Wobble Dogs. So what if I did an undercover artist thing? I don't know. That feels like deceptive, and I don't want to be that way. I like being myself. I like being who I am. I'm fine with just being PetPyves and not being like, psych. I'm actually pretending to be this other person. Like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, I'm just too, like, I think I'm just too autistic. I can't lie. Like, I'm a very bad liar. Because I can't mask anymore. I'm just so honest, and, like, too pure of heart to do that, unfortunately. Like, that sounds maybe a little silly, but I don't think I could do anything like that. It just sounds mean. Like, I wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings or, like, make them feel, like, slighted. That I, like, lied to them or something. Oh, Kit Thor, I've been playing Legends Arceus again, because Pokemon Legends Arceus is a damn good game. It's so good. I've been playing that one again. It's been very fun. All my friends are fruit. That sounds peak, dude. Like, having, like, all your roommates, like, in on the OC lore is so fun. I can attest to this. All my roommates, we are all in on each other's OC lore, and, like, especially on D&D nights, we'll be like, oh my god, like, we'll be so annoying about our characters. It's so much fun. Ugh, I love this stupid ambience of sounding like I'm in a fish tank while playing my Xbox. It's so beautiful and wonderful, you understand? I've been listening to this on loop for a month straight. Like, I don't like repetition. I'm one of those autistic people that don't like it, but, like, man, when I'm in a crisis, I for some reason cling to it. It's crazy. It's crazy how different I am when I don't feel good. Ooh, my favorite Stardew Valley NPC. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley, just call me Austin. My favorite is Abigail, because I'm a lesbian. It's just the default lesbian choice. I apologize. It just is. Like, I'm saying the truth right now. But I actually did try a few times, marrying other NPCs and just giving it a shot. Like, I picked the complete opposite. I picked Alex because I was like, God, I would never, ever be attracted to this type of person, let alone a man. Like, this manly man, right? And I was, like, really pleasantly surprised, and I was like, whoa, like, oh my god, like, actually, like, his story's kind of crazy. Like, I had, like, a greater understanding of him as a character. Now I really like him. I'm like, wow, this is really cool, man. So, I don't think there's anyone in Stardew Valley that I'm, like, adamantly, like, ew about, except for Elliot. I just don't like Elliot. I've never been a huge fan of, like, very boisterous, very, like, extravagant, like, show-off kind of guys. Like, I'm like, yeah, no. Like, especially guys in general. I'm a lesbian, like I stated. But I'm like, ugh. Not that. That's not it for me. Krobus is so real. Krobus is the aro-ace choice of all time, and I didn't know that you could bring Krobus to your damn house this whole time until, like, a few years ago, and I was like, oh my god, wait. This is the best option! Oh my god! I love Krobus. Sinanala, yes. If you go in the description of this video, you'll find everything you could ever hope to dream. Like, all the links to everything ever, forever and always. Like, the whole entire world encyclopedia is in my description. /J. Hawley hating the writer. That's just, you know, that's funny. Like, I feel like Parker would also, even if Parker era played Stardew Valley, I feel like Parker would still not like Elliot because they're, like, too similar. Like, it's like, oh, you're stealing who I am. Like, I want to be the writer of the town. Like we always have beef. Like, we just, me and Elliot have beef. I don't know. Oh, Haley enjoyers, let's go. Haley is great. I think in my current run, I'm gonna choose Haley because she's also a very misunderstood person. I always choose Emily, though, as, like, my second option if it's, like, not Abigail, Emily. Because Emily's so lit. I love her. She's such a free spirit. Rocky Mation, you're playing piano and you're learning Stardew Valley? That's great. Oh, I need to bust out my piano. That'd be a great thing to do while laying in bed. Penny. Oh, Penny's a good one, too. I don't know. I've I've been playing like the most generic games lately, like Minecraft. Oh goodness, and Stardew Valley to help me through on Pokemon. Chris in a box. You hope they add the wizard. I don't know. I feel like the wizard's older. I feel like the wizard's in the same category as like Jody and Pierre and Caroline. Like I don't know. Like and Gus. Like I sit there and I'm like, I feel like the wizard's too old. Like I feel a little off-put by that. I hope that I hope it's like new characters. Like new characters. Like I like all the other characters who have been here for a while. I feel like it would just make it kind of weird if it was like all of a sudden I can just marry Sandy from the Oasis and like take her from the Oasis and bring her to Stardew Valley. I don't know. That feels strange. So I'm kind of hoping that it's like new character, like brand new characters. Like, so is Harvey? I don't think so. I think Harvey's like the same age as all the other bachelors and bachelorettes. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in that category. I think he just looks older because he has that ugly mustache. I'm sorry, I don't like the mustache. I don't like facial hair. It just kind of grosses me out. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just a personal preference. I don't mean to offend. Oh, so many evolutions in Pokemon. What's my favorite evolution? Just human? Favorite evolution? Like, as in, like, evolution line? Cause, like, God, that's tough. I really like Honedge, man. I love the sword with the sword with the eyeball. I like it because it turns into a sword and it turns into two swords and it turns into a sword and a shield. It's freaking awesome. Aegislash is so cool, dude. Can you imagine a floating freaking sword? Like, hell yeah. Like, I love that little guy. It's my little guy. Like, every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon. I love it. Like, I'm like, I love stupid sword Pokemon. It's great. Oh, thank you, Tin Can Woman, for that compliment. Yeah, my character designs, I'm very passionate about my character designs. I care a lot about the symbolism of character design. What's my favorite OC out of all of my OCs? Potato Chippy. God, you're asking me to choose between my children. God, how do I pick one OC? Well, I guess the longest, like, Del Peeves. One OC that I'm very fond of is an OC that I had since Undertale. It was originally an Undertale OC, named Audie. Audie is a twin to his brother Eddie, and they run a little shop called Odds and Ends, so they're like literally named like Odds and Ends. Like Audie, Eddie, yeah, Odds and Ends. And Audie's like kind of like this klepto little dinosaur. Now I'm gonna have to show you what Audie looks like, because now I can't just talk about my goddamn son and not show you a picture. It's just like cruel and unusual. Hold on. Pulling out the hard drive, y'all. Okay. Do I have any recent art of Audie? I really don't. Here's some really old 2016 art of Audie. He's like a little dinosaur, little shapeshifter, and he like can. I did an animation meme with him, and like he's one of my beloved characters because he's just something like straight up out of Parker's era, and it's just like holds so many good memories, and he's just a fun little character. And he's so easy to draw and animate. Like, that's kind of the main point, I think. If I just had to pick one, though. I don't get very much art of him on Artfight, and it makes me a little sad, because he is like a more plain character. But his story is just really fun. Good memories. Oh, I draw with a pen. Super blue speed. I'm not like Look, I'm like on the demigod level of artist, not god tier. People who draw on their phone are god tier artists, alright? Like, I could not fathom. Oh, Alex, you're playing 4 instruments? That's so cool, dude. Keep it up. Damn, alright. I can only play 2. That's awesome. Aw, thanks to cartoons, you love Brightside. Oh, everybody who loves Brightside, you're immediately my favorite person ever. I love Brightside. Brightside's so good, y'all. Brightside's so good, y'all. It's so fun. If I had a superpower, what would it be? Dude, shapeshifting. 100%. My gender problems immediately solved. If I want to be a cat, boom, I can just be a cat. You know how great that would be? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'd love to shapeshift. Because then I could shapeshift into a bird and I could fly if I wanted. I could shapeshift into a frog and breathe underwater if I wanted. I could turn into a freaking household object and literally always win at hide and seek. Like, I don't know, man. Sounds like a pretty damn good ability to me. Alright, I haven't been drawing. I'm sorry, I've been goofing off a little. I don't even know. I didn't even really storyboard this part out as far as like my frames go. Okay, hold on. Gotta like look ahead and be like, what's happening? The trickster's getting abandoned by all of his little friends. A glorious occasion. That's what's happening. You know how hard it is to draw a circle right now? It is so hard. Oh, they always look so weird. Help me. Art has been so hard, y'all. Like, when I'm like in this much pain, I'm like, dude, I can't do art. This is too much. I can barely draw a circle right now. I'm like really doing my best. Man, everybody wants to do shape-shifting too. I don't know, it's like shape-shifting, you get like everything. It's like, oh, I want to fly. Okay, shape-shifting can give you flight too. Oh, I want invisibility. Shape-shift into the damn wall. Like, you can be invisible. Like, shape-shifting is OP as hell. Like, shape-shifting will give you all the other superpowers you want. I promise. You can find one if you can shape-shift into it. What other instrument do I play? I play ukulele. I have 2 different ukuleles. I have an electric ukulele, and then I have a acoustic ukulele. And I play piano. And I was learning guitar, but I had to leave it behind when I fled my situation a few years ago. Which sucks. I really, really regret leaving my guitar, bro. That's okay though, because it was really hard for me with my tiny little, like, barely movable hands. Like, I have like the opposite of being double jointed, where I'm just like, I have really, really stiff hands. And that's why I have like such steady line art and stuff. But like, I have like a really hard time holding a guitar because it's just really, really like hard to move my hands that way. Like, I genuinely can't move my hands that way. Yeah, electric ukuleles exist. It's I don't know, mine's custom. It was made for me. Well, technically it was made for my brother, and then my brother like gave up on it, and then I inherited it. Haha. Have I watched Steven Universe? Yes, I have watched Steven Universe. I haven't watched the new one. The Steven Universe Future, I think is what it's called. I haven't seen that one. think I saw, like, the movie, question mark? I don't know. It's been a while. It was something that me and my brother watched together. It's, interesting. I don't know. I can't remember. It'd be really interesting to revisit all these years later. Opinion on lasagna? I love lasagna, bro. I'm a lasagna enjoyer. Not right now though. I'm going through a whole thing where I don't like noodles right now. My little autism brain is like, ugh, noodles, and I'm like, literally why, bro? Literally why? Dizzy tune? It's easier for me to play piano because I have my own method of playing piano. That's why I like failed my piano class in high school, because I don't have proper form, because I can't. I physically can't move. I can't reach both of the C keys with my thumb and my pinky. It's too small. I'm too small. And so I have to like very quickly move my hand, and I can play. I can play just fine. It's just my own way of playing, and like a lot of people get up in arms about it. Like the stupid piano teachers were really mad about it, and they're just like, they didn't like my method, but I could still play. It's much easier for me to play piano. It's like a muscle you have to stretch, of course, but like I genuinely am just really not built correctly. Got any tips for designing the inner child persona project, MJ? It's really hard to say. I'd say before you design them, know them. Know who you were. Know who you wanted to be when you were young. Like, you really gotta know yourself really well before you can kind of depict something that personal. There's not really much advice I can give on that. It's very, very personal. But you need to know yourself really well. You need to, like, if you have access to it, I would suggest, like, going back through old photos. Or if you have access to objects from that time period, like holding them and like feeling the history and just really connecting. Like, you need to really be in touch with that part of yourself before you design it, because it'll come to you like super naturally if you know yourself really well. Like me, I was like, man, I spent my whole childhood outside. I've got to pick like an animal, like an outside like forest animal, because I spent a lot of time in the swamps and the mud and the water, and I knew it had to be aquatic because of how much I love water. That's been a constant throughout my entire life, is my love of water. And so it's yeah, I can't give that much advice because it's not meant to be something that's like super rigid. It's just whatever feels right. Sorry, words are hard to process right now. I'm trying my best. Imcat, you're out jumping on hay bales. You sound like you're living the best life over there. I'm so happy for you. That sounds so fun. Oh no, people are bookmarking audio and art fight. I love Audie. They're such a little guy. Oh goodness. Yeah, I apologize if I'm behind on chat at all. I think I am behind on chat. I don't know. I'm very out of it, as you can tell. Been through a lot this past month. I can catch you up on like where we're at with other things though, while we're here. So I god, the next few episodes of Persona Project are going to be horrific, and there's not really much I can do to prepare any of y'all for that. There's very, very, very thorough warnings before these episodes. It's gonna get really heavy for a bit here. And the sad part is that it's not even what you probably think it is. It's this whole year is literally the worst year of my entire life. It is so horrific, and it's not fun to recall. It's not fun to have to animate while I'm currently in pain. But I can safely say that there is something very cathartic about being in genuine, agonizing pain and then going, ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna record the end of this year while I'm in actual pain, because I think that would attest so well to my experience, because nothing is more authentic than like feeling genuinely in the moment and literally recording it. So for a lot of the latter episodes, it is me for real, like actually for real sobbing and crying and being in genuine pain. So it's a little intense to say the very least, because I just thought it would be very authentic, and I also just needed to record soon because the end of Blackbird's era is upon us, and it's one of those things that I was going to do when I was better, but I was like, you know, why am I waiting to be better to like record some of the worst things that have ever happened to me? Honestly, it makes sense to record them while I already feel bad. So they have a whole other layer of depth now. It is, yeah, this next episode especially, if you have to skip it, skip it. Skip it. Don't put yourself through things that are gonna upset you, okay? Like, there's enough stuff that comes across your shorts feed that'll just point blank traumatize and upset you without even a damn warning. But my warning on this one is like a good 30 seconds long, and the next episode will be a fundraiser as well. So yeah, sadly I won't be able to donate too much to this fundraiser this time. I usually try to donate a good amount of money to my own fundraisers, but right now I haven't worked in a month and I'm currently going through medical crisis after medical crisis, so I can't really afford to, but I'm hoping to raise a message and awareness regardless of my own financial state. The important thing is the topic at hand, the way that it is being discussed. So that one's gonna be intense. I have a couple episodes that are just like have like offensive behavior in them. Blackbird does some pretty intense stuff. It has to do with religion, so I know that's gonna get some people's little upset with me, probably. What can I say? I did some dumb crap as a kid. But needless to say, like, there's a couple of like religious episodes. There's a couple of really emotionally intense episodes. Unfortunately, lots of death is about to come up. Like some pretty intense grief. But damn, is it some of the best writing I've ever done in my life. There's some of the best work I've ever done in my life. In the next, like, the end of Blackbird's era is gonna be so cathartic for me, but I know it's probably gonna upset a lot of people with the choices that I've made for Blackbird's era. It does not have a happy ending. I'm sorry. Like, I'll just prepare you now. It's not a happy ending, but it needs to be a sad ending. It needs to be that way. I know that sounds cruel. I know it's not fair. But, like, that's the point. That's the message. Like, there's not gonna be a clear-cut, beautiful, perfect way to heal from everything I've gone through. There are just some things that are forever. There are some things that I cannot fix, and there has to be a point of acceptance for me when it comes to those things. And that's basically what the end of this era is going to be about. It's just accepting that this stuff was really bad, and that there's some parts of me that will always be broken. And, like, that's not a bad thing. Because my anger, that brokenness, is a good reminder to keep going and keep healing and keep fighting, and it's a really important tool. And it's really important that I reclaim that notion that anger is good. Socks. Open a P.O. box so I can send you a stuffed animal. Oh my god, that's so sweet. I would not open another P.O. box. I had one for like many years and nobody ever used it. But I also am very like minimalist. I don't like having physical objects very much. It's like a trauma thing for me. I grew up in a hoarding situation, and I often don't like gifts because I'm a very particular person. I'm very autistic, unfortunately, in that kind of capacity where like I like what I like, and when I don't like it, I have like problems telling people the honest like truth. I'll just be like, oh, thank you for the gift, and I'll be like, god, I hate this, but now I don't want to get rid of it because it's a gift, and they tried, and like then I hold on to objects that I don't really like, and it becomes a whole like kind of like mental spiral for me. And I don't like physically having objects around me very much. I have like my very few that I have and I cherish, but it's hard, and I wouldn't want to open up a P.O. box to have people try to send me stuff and then I'm like, oh, I don't want this. Like, I don't want to make people feel bad. It would only be for like letters and stuff, because like I would love that. I would love to make like a scrapbook of like letters or fan art or whatever. Like that would be perfectly fine, but like physical objects would make me really uncomfortable. It's just something like I have had issues with like my whole life. Like you can see it in Persona Project already, like the wounds I have when it comes to like gift giving and how it was used against me. Like, I only got gifts when people were, like, apologizing for their bad behavior, or covering up something terrible, or to look good. Like, I never got a gift because it was a gift. There was always, like, another motive, you know? Oh, thank you.
I got accepted into Job Corps. I send lots of love.
Nice, dude. Congrats. I don't know what that is, but that sounds great. I'm glad you got accepted. Let's go. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the donut, Lazy Artist. So, yeah, it's like it's a thing where I'd love to, but there have to be strong boundaries in place, and unfortunately, as we can see across a lot of my videos, a lot of people don't understand boundaries. I've had to turn off comments a few times because I'm kind of tired of the pushback I've been getting lately with my boundaries, so we just won't have the comments on for a few more episodes here because I'm taking a break. I'm also not physically well enough to keep up with all of it. MJ, Jim's gifts are the exception because I knew that it was a genuine gift. Like, when he gave me my iPad, it was because he knew me and he wanted me to grow as a person and artist. If my mother had gotten me the same thing, it would be completely different. It would be like, oh, she wants to shut me up. She wants me to stop, like, bothering her. She's just giving me something to shut me up. Like, it would be a completely different context. The person that gave it to me, the context in that matter, like, it matters a lot. It's just, like, yeah, it's complex. AB Nation! Oh, thank you, dude. 6 months! Congrats! Congrats on being here for so long. Thank you so much. Oh, you're a tadpole. You'll get to see the video early today. I'm really happy about that. Yay, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, boy, Bird is a wobble dog. So cute. The fan art's so good today. Would I accept digital books? I don't know. That's an interesting idea. I could always open up a digital P.O. box. Huh. That would be fun. Then we could do like digital like mail opening. Oh, you're kind of a genius. Brain witch? Civ? I'm snapping. Snaps for you. This is a good idea. Maybe I can make like a Google form and people can submit like letters or like fan art or like, you know, like digital stuff. I think that'd be really nice. We should do that. That's a great idea, y'all. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Now that's something I can get behind because it's not physical and it's still really memorable and we could do it together on stream. Oh, it'd be so nice. I'll probably have a thing where people can send it like privately where they won't get it shown on stream, and then I can leave an option for like, yes, you can share my letter on stream or whatever. So that way I don't, you know, be like, I'm gonna read this really personal letter on stream in front of everybody. I love that fan art, by the way, of Mia Sans. You want to have a healing time? That made me laugh. That's so cute. Choco? That question will be answered in tomorrow's video pretty clearly, but Clockwork, she's different. Because my complex post-traumatic stress disorder is something that is a lot less, like, bad in nature. Like, it stems purely from trauma as a response to protect myself. It is a natural, like, brain pathway just forged itself to, like, and the intentions were good, right? The intentions of Clockwork are to protect me. And a lot of the time, like, it's like I have very weird triggers. Like, my triggers are so bizarre. I literally got triggered in the hospital by one of my very specific triggers, and I was like, this could not be happening right now. This is like this. What scenario would you be in a hospital and someone's playing a music box? What? Are we joking? Like, it's such a specific trigger, but like the reason why it causes me to panic is because it's like, oh no, this has happened before. Like, we need to go into fight and flight, we need to get out of here, like, we're gonna start panicking, we're gonna get the adrenaline running, we're going to get out of here, like, it's a protection. Whereas, when I'm having an OCD intrusive thought of, yeah, looks like somebody's breaking into the house right now, because you're in the shower, and you don't know it, and they're gonna come and axe murder you, because you forgot to check the doors, you didn't check the doors 3 times, you didn't check the locks. By the 3rd time, it could have become unlocked all by itself and you wouldn't know. And now there's a murderer in the house and they're gonna get you. Like, showbiz is not helpful. That is not protecting me in any capacity. It's like a hypervigilance, it's damaging. Like, the way I view the other entities is very much like, it's just, they are not helpful. Whereas at least with Clockwork, I can see the intention of, okay, I am panicking over a music box. I understand why. I used to use a music box to cope through my parents, like, screaming. Like, I literally put a music box to my ear. It is a direct response. It makes sense to me logically why I would be panicking right now. And I can very calmly look at Clockwork and go, thank you, but I'm okay. I'm safe. Thank you, but I'm safe now. It's okay. And I can calm myself down from that. But OCD, it's a little different. You can't really just logic your way out of OCD. For me, it's a very physical thing. I have to get up and check, and check, and check, and check. And it's the only way I can get it to stop. I can't out-logic something that makes no goddamn sense. Like, I will be laying in bed being like, yep, you're just evil. You're just evil and you don't know it. Like, how do I logic my way? Like, of course I know I'm not evil. What? I'm not evil. Like, and it's like, it's a thing where I know that. I know it. Like, it's a fact, 100%. And I can't fight this thing because it's illogical. It's just illogical. It just doesn't make sense. And it's hard. Like, it's different. Like, that's why Clockwork is different. For me, anyways. I know everybody's experiences are individualized, and that's a really important and good thing. But for me, she is the only one I can understand.
When I was a kid, I remember my first and only hear me out was Waluigi.
Dude, I'm so sorry, bro. That is just not appropriate. And, like, you've been having too many problems with this lately. I appreciate the donation, but I'm hiding you on the channel. You've had way too many disruptions on my live streams. I appreciate the support, but that is just really inappropriate. And this has been the third occasion that you have made a very inappropriate comment while I'm having a quite serious discussion, and that is just not allowed on my channel. Thank you, though. But yeah, all the other entities, I mean, okay, Figment is the only other one I think could be helpful in a sense. Like being distracted is a good thing sometimes. But there comes a time where those, like, maladaptive daydreaming scenarios are not helpful, right? So it's like Figment was really, really helpful when I was a kid. And I wanted to, like, draw and think of characters and, like, escape into fantasy and, like, watch anime and, like, not really be present. And, like, for me, I look back and I'm like, yeah, no, don't be present. Like, that was terrible. Like, that was some of the worst times in my life. Like, let Blackbird just escape into Warrior Cats. You know what I mean? Like, that's not harmful. What's harmful now as an adult is that I'm just, like, not social at all. I have no desire to socialize, and I don't. And I'm afraid of everyone and everything at all times. And there's, like, this whole thing. It's like, mental health is so nuanced, and, like, everybody's experiences are all different. And my own experiences with like, what I personify, like, with entities, is just... It's definitely my own. And there's good and bad aspects to all of them. Like, anxiety is a normal emotion. It's just when it's a disorder, when it's disorderly, it's a problem. Depression happens to everybody in their life at some point or another. People can become depressed. It's an emotion. But when it becomes a disorder, it's a problem. People can dissociate. That's typically a pretty normal response to trauma. When it becomes a disorder, it's a problem. And so you look at all my mental health issues and you realize they're just very human, normal things and or reactions to very, very extreme environment and situations and people around me. And it's like, yeah, like, it's amped up. It's the regular human experience times 20. And it makes sense. Like, I look at everything that's happened to me, and I blink and I'm like, you know, I'm kind of amazed how well off I am. I'm surprised I'm not worse. Like, it's kind of amazing how resilient I am. And yeah, it's one of those things where there's a lot of stigma around it. People like to just label people with disorders as crazy and all these really negative things, but I'm not crazy. I'm just wounded. And I just need a little help, and I need a little healing. And I can return to as normal as I can be after everything. And don't expect to be perfect. Like, my goal for Persona Project is to overcome my past to where it's not bogging me down every time I open my eyes every day with so much garbage. I want to be able to wake up and be like, yep, and now I'm here. And I don't have to think about that anymore. Like, that's my goal. Is just have peace. Like, that's what peace is to me. That's what I want. That's what I'm chasing. Do I need a virtual hug? I get this a lot, guys. I don't like hugs. I don't mean it to, like, offend anybody or upset anybody. I just don't like physical touch. I'm traumatized to hell. And, I prefer high fives. I prefer, like, literally anything else. Like, we could just wave hello or, like, do little peace signs at each other. I don't care. Little heart hands. I don't mind. But I don't like hugs. I know, like, that's a source of comfort for a lot of people, but, like, for me, it's, like, it's a terrifying thing, and I don't like it. I get that a lot on videos, and I've gotten over it. I used to get really upset about it, but now I'm just, like, I understand the intention. You want to, like, comfort me. You want to, like, have solidarity. You want to, like, physically, like, help me, right? I understand that, and that's not how I feel about hugs, and that's how you feel about hugs, and that's okay. I get, especially my newest short, people are like, I'm gonna hug them, and I'm like, they would hate that. But I understand the sentiment, so thank you. And you're not actually physically hugging me, so there's not a problem, honestly. Saying you want to, whatever, like, I know what you mean. No, you can ask questions. Go ahead, guys. Like, you always don't have to ask a question. That's like a pet peeve of mine. Just ask. If it's not a question I feel comfortable answering, I won't answer it. Like, or if I don't feel like answering right now, I just won't. It's very chill. Just understand that if I don't answer it, that there's a reason for that. The stream will end in like 20 minutes or so. I'm just answering some questions, catching you guys up. I didn't want to stream too long. I don't have that much stamina, unfortunately. I literally have another procedure like in 2 days, so high fives, positive energy, and french fries. Thank you, MJ. Yes, dude. That's peak right there. What's my favorite color? Orange. I mean, the orange that's on the screen right now. I love bright ass, annoying orange. I love orange. Orange. If I have 2 or more story plot, how do I decide which one's gonna be my primary one? Ooh, that's a tough question. Honest to God, I would just write them out both, and whatever one seems to have the most, like, I guess, like, meat. Like, I have my stories, and I have, like, the meat and the fluff. The fluff is, like, your, like, filler stuff. Stuff that you don't really need, but it's nice if you have it. Whatever has the most meat. Like, I would write out, like a skeleton plot of, like, start, middle, finish, like, important details, and then add in all your fluff. All the fluff you can think of, all of the unnecessary, like, silly, like, minuscule details, and then figure out which one has the bulk of it and make that the primary. If I had to decide, that's how I would do it. Does my brother remember Jim? Oh, yes, absolutely. What do you mean? Why wouldn't he? That man was, like, the best part of our life. We would never forget him. Even if somebody as forgetful as my brother wouldn't forget him. You can't forget a whole person. That's crazy. What were your experiences with dissociation? Let's see. That's how business. It was something I didn't realize was dissociation at first. It started off as me just, like, role-playing by myself as a kid on the playground. Being like, oh, nobody else likes warrior cats, so I'm just gonna play warrior cats my way by myself. And so I would just very much get lost in my own little fantasy and run around and pretend to be somebody I wasn't. And just be characters. And, like, I literally, to this day, cannot fall asleep without pretending I'm a character in, like, a fake scenario. Like, if it's raining outside, I'll be like, okay, so I'm, like, a character, I'm in, like, a treehouse, it's raining, it's all cozy. Like, I have to, like, literally put myself into, like, a fake fantasy scenario to get myself to be calm enough to even fall asleep. And that's how it kind of escalated. It started off as, like, I'm just gonna use this to play pretend, and, like, because I don't want to play with other people, because other people don't do it right, or they're mean to me, or they just don't understand me. Like, very autistic, very neurodivergent experience. And then going into isolation and only relying on my dissociation to get me through everything of, oh my god, I'm in pain, I'm gonna turn on my phone and watch YouTube shorts for the next 3 hours, I'm not gonna think about this pain, I'm not gonna think about anything.
To finally live in the present after being trapped in the past for so long is truly the best gift to give yourself.
Oh, just call me Austin, it's the sweetest thing ever. No, you get it. You get it. That's what Persona Project's about. That's what it's about. You get it. You get it. But yeah, that's kind of how it spiraled. It's starts off as like a simple like thing in my childhood, I feel like when I was a preteen, and then as an adult now I heavily dissociate. Even when I'm trying to like focus on something really important, my mind will just wander and I'll be like, oh, let's think about this or that, or let's drift off over here and let's not pay attention. And oh, I'm drawing Persona Project, but oh, I want to watch a movie in the background while I'm doing it. Like, no, dude, I need to. When I'm working on Persona Project, it is trauma healing time. It is not watch a movie and not think about what I'm drawing time. It is 100% think about what I'm drawing and very intentionally every frame process my trauma. And it's very hard. Like, it's just, it very slowly crept up on me, personally. I apologize if I miss questions. Waffles or pancakes? I like waffles more. They're crispier. Pancakes get soggy too quickly, unfortunately for me. Oh my god, Rosaline, you're playing Shadows of Omnia? That game is so good. Dude, Pokemon Ranger's so fun. Pokemon Ranger's so fun. I'm so happy for you. This makes me so happy. How do I communicate with my other arrows? It's not like, I don't have DID. I have AVPD, which is still in the dissociative identity category. It's just, it's a different kind of disorder. My avoidant personality is different than dissociative identity disorder. A lot of people who are DID relate to Persona Project, and that's great. I have no problems with that. I think that's wonderful. However I can help people, wonderful. It's just that a lot of people tend to misunderstand that these are not alters. They're literally just parts of me. I am one person on a linear line. I don't have DID because all of my memories are intact and I am the same person. They're not scattered amongst these people. Like, I can't... Me talking right now, I remember Wild Child, Blackbird, Parker, Hawley, Haley, Robin. Like, if I had DID, it wouldn't be that way. It would be that Wild Child has her memories and she'd have to tell me about them. I wouldn't know everything she knows, type of deal. So I literally have personified just age brackets from my life and was like, hey, what if I characterized myself by being like, this is how I was as a kid, and this is how me as a kid would love to see herself, and this is how she used to talk, and this is what her favorite things were at the time. And so the way that I quote communicate with them is just by looking inward and asking myself my own questions. And often I'll just write it out where I'm like, oh, what would Wild Child do right now? Like, if I had the whole day right now as Wild Child, what would I do? I'm like, I would immediately go outside. I'd go in the mud. I'd go play in the mud right now. Like, it's not something that I have to, like, physically ask somebody else in my head. It's just asking myself, what would I do in this time? And, like, being introspective in that kind of sense. If that makes sense. I hope that explains some things. I feel like a lot of people are lately not really understanding the concept of Persona Project, and like how I use it. They're not characters. They're not like fictional characters. I'm just one person, and this is how I've decided to share my story. Because can you imagine if I just... Imagine Persona Project, but every quote era was just a linear story of just me. 200 episodes so far of just me. Like, for my own sanity, breaking it up into eras at least gives me as an artist some kind of reprieve of like, okay, I drew all of Wild Child's stuff very like swampy and whimsical, like background art, and then I've got, you know, all the characters were like woodland creatures, and then like, alright, that era feels like that chapter is over, and now I get to start a new one, and now they're all like birds and they're superheroes, and the backgrounds are a little more like, you know, organic, not non-organic. They're like structures. They're not like outside anymore, and like it's like super different, and like Parker's will be completely different. Like all of them are just gonna be like their own individual things. Like for me, I just think I would have burned out if I didn't break this up the way that I did, because it's just, my life is long, dude. I'm 28. I feel ancient. Like, oh my god. Like, I turn fucking 28 next week. Oh. So, yeah. I don't know. It works for me. Not to say that it has to be that way for everybody, but this is just how I wanted to do it, and it took me so many years to figure that out. Oh Oh goodness. Favorite wobble dog ship? Oh, Kaylee, this is a beautiful question. I've had crazy wobble dog luck lately. I can't wait for the newer episodes to come out. I've already recorded a few. Because that's one of the few things I do feel okay enough to do sometimes is record some videos, so I'm excited about the next Wobble Dogs. My favorite ship in the current Wobble Dogs lore is probably Bowling Ball and Squiggles. My little aliens. Oh my god, they're so cute. I love them. They're so sweet. They're so sweet. My sweet little aliens. MJ. Yeah, I don't want to be just like another storytime animator, man. Like, I could just be like, so my life was crazy, and just like animate like a 15-minute long video of one story. Like, god, I could not do that, dude. I like being like, hey, like, here's like, you know, 50 seconds of this one little memory and cherishing it and being like, yeah, this happened and Jim got me this iPad and here's like 2 minutes of the reenactment of how excited I was and I cried and I couldn't believe it was real and he hugged me and it was one of like the last times I ever hugged him and it was one of the most sad, sweet moments of my life, and I don't think I could stretch it out to be a very overly dramatic, comedic, like, story time thing. Like, it's just my life. I can't dishonor that part of myself like that. Like, I can't exploit myself like that. Like, that feels wrong. It feels sad. I've been exploited enough as a kid. I can't do that to myself. Like, I won't be like, so I was a stupid, dumb, idiot child, and here's a 20-minute video of that. Like, I don't want to, like, bully my inner child more than she has already been by everyone around her during her era. Like, not to say that that's not what all storytime artists do. It's just that sometimes I can't even watch that kind of stuff because I feel like I see who I could have become in that. Sometimes where I'm like, wow, I could have gone down the popular YouTuber pipeline of just doing what everybody else does, but nah, I wear my heart on my sleeve and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just gotta be me. And it's gonna suck a lot. People are gonna cry and it's gonna touch a lot of people, but god, maybe that's what we need. Maybe we don't need the oversaturated colors and overly bouncy bullshit. Like, this crazy thing happened to me. Like, maybe we just need someone authentically crying and being like, this was suck. This is the suckiest, most horrible time in my life. This was hard. Like, yeah. Like, I don't know. Sometimes we just need some realness. And, like, I love the way I tell Persona Project. What is my favorite show? Everybody keeps asking me this. Oh, my favorite show right now is The Amazing Digital Circus. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I'm so obsessed. Also, thank you, Zoots Boots for that. Oh, thank you, Egg.
Get yourself a candy bar. You deserve it.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I totally will when I feel better. I don't want to eat a bunch of sweets when I don't feel good, but thank you. I will totally afterwards. Thank you. But yeah, Zoot Boots brings up a good point. Just because what I'm saying about DID is not like, I'm not a professional. Like, please don't take my word like I'm a professional. I'm just, my therapists currently will not diagnose me with DID, and their reasoning genuinely was because my memories are intact. That is pretty much the only checkbox that I don't have checked off. And that's why they don't feel comfortable diagnosing me with that, and why I have AVPD instead, avoidant personality instead. So yeah, it's not just like, that's not the only thing. Like, I don't, like, that's not the only thing that makes up DID, I promise. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Please do not hear what I did not say. Just because I didn't say the entire encyclopedia of DID don't take what I say out of context. Like, holy crap. Like, I'm not trying to, like, spread misinformation, and I do appreciate when everybody speaks up about it and gives proper information. So thank you, Zupus, for that. Just because I don't say it doesn't mean that I don't, like, know that, and also don't, like, I don't know, I'm not making much sense. I do apologize. Again, I'm on pain meds, I'm not making much sense, but yeah. God. I'm doing my best. Oh, goodness. Hang on. I haven't drank water this whole time. Oh my god. Just call me Austin. I have not watched Iron Lung. I can't do horror. It's not my thing. But other people have, and they say it's really cool, so I'm really glad. No, PTSD. They weren't refusing to diagnose me. They were actually, like, very much considering it. But when it comes to those kinds of disorders, there's a very strict criteria in place for a reason. And it's, like, you have to check off, like, every single box. Like, you could have, like, 9 out of 10 boxes checked, but if you don't have all 10, you don't have it. And it's just, like, it's very strict, and I'm very glad it is. But yeah, that was just the reasoning they gave me. There could be, like, a whole other slew of things. Like, I'm sure that, like, obviously there is probably a bunch of people who have DID who do have their memories intact, but for whatever reason with my specific case, that was the reasoning they told me. They did not want to diagnose me with that. So, and that comes from the professionals around me personally, which is not the experience of all. You have a joke. Let's go, your boy Charles. What do glasses wear at a pride parade? A bisexual flag, like a bi sexual flag. That's funny. Oh man. I hope out to all of you guys who are also going through the healing journey, I wish you guys the best of luck. It's not easy to, like, have to look at everything that's happened and just take every little memory and just accept it. It's hard. It's like, I've actually, like, in writing Parker's era, I've changed quite a bit, honestly. I will talk just slightly about Parker's era because, yeah, currently my plan right now is I'm now, like, an entire month behind on everything I wanted to do because of my procedure going horrifically wrong. So once I heal again from the second surgery I'm gonna have next 2 days, after that, I'm gonna get back on track and I'm gonna finish Blackbird's era strong. It's gonna be, like, I'm gonna really put my pedal to the metal and I'm gonna get her story completed, and Parker's gonna take over. And the thing about Parker that I hope everybody understands at this point is that I identified as he, him in that era. I was a boy, and I don't think many people are gonna, like, respect that, unfortunately. Like, I'm just kind of getting a vibe, considering I still have a lot of people who exclusively she, her me to this day, even though it's, like, my least preferred set of pronouns. You could still call me it, it's just not my favorite thing, because I'm more than that. I'm so much more than that. Like, I want to be, like, everything. I don't know how to explain that, but, yeah, Parker's era is gonna be really interesting now, because I've come to realize while writing it, I'm like, you know, originally in my design video, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna gender swap everybody, because then it will make more sense, because I gender swap myself. But then I just... Oh, it's my cat's food time. Okay, you want to eat? Lunchtime? Yes? Lunchtime? He's so sleepy. My cat's been sleeping next to me this whole time. Anyways, it's time for his lunch. But yeah, I realized that maybe gender bending everybody around me doesn't make sense, because part of my whole trans narrative is the fact that in my head I was a boy and nobody else knew. I had to, like, secretly be a boy, is, like, what Parker's era is kind of all about. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna, like, revert this statement. I'm going to make it, I'm gonna make it to where everybody is just not gender swapped, except for me, because that's what it was like, and it makes no sense to gender swap everybody else. Like, actually, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Like, the whole point is that everybody around me was transphobic, and everybody around me didn't want me to be masculine, and they were very much kind of bringing down this hammer on me and just like, no, you will be a woman, period. And I think that that's really important that I show that. And I think originally I was not super okay with that discomfort. I was super uncomfortable with the notion of like having to have everyone around me still call me she, her. Like, I just wanted everybody to recognize me as a boy during that era. And that's how I originally wrote it, was that everybody recognized me as a boy. But the reality is no one did. No one did. So I have to keep it the way that it was. And it's gonna be harder for me because everybody's gonna be calling Parker her, like, you know, in the actual like events, like my mom, my grandparents, like even my own brother. Like, nobody really knew what was going on in my head because I never had come out to anybody, and I just kind of buried those feelings and then doubled down in Hawley's era and went back to being she, her to like the fullest extent and tried to be a girly girl to try to, like, I don't know, make up for trying to be what everybody wanted me to be. So I feel like yeah, Parker's trans, I'm trans, like 100% at this point. Like, there's no way I'm cisgender. It'd be a like goddamn fucking miracle if I was cis. I'm genderqueer. I don't know what I am yet. I don't know if I'm transmasc. I don't know if I'm non-binary. I don't know if I'm gender fluid. I don't know yet. All I know is that I'm not cis. And I feel at this point I have enough in my personal experiences to say, yeah, I pretty much right now I feel identify as trans. But I don't know yet. Like, for me, like, my brother is trans, and his journey was so different from mine, and it feels like, I don't know, it's strange being surrounded by so many trans people, too, like, and seeing how everybody's journeys are so different, because I used to think trans was just one thing. It was one specific narrative, one specific journey, and as I've been going through my own and seeing the other trans people around me, I realize, no, I am trans. This is just how I am. This is my trans journey. And yeah, it's interesting. No one else in my era will know that, though. And that's the uncomfortable truth that I'm gonna be implementing into it that wasn't originally there. Originally, I was just like, hey, I'm gonna heal this part of myself by having everybody call me a boy. And that'll feel really good. And they'll all just recognize me as who I was. And I was like, yeah, that sounds beautiful on paper, but that's not really what happened. So they might still have the same names. This is fake. A couple of them might not make much sense anymore. I'll go back and change them. That's the whole point of the design videos. They're very early. Like, dude, Parker's one came out like a year ago. Like, you know, they come out really early. They're really early designs. Anything could change, and like, it's just it's a video to show, like, yeah, this is like my thought process. This is like where we're at right now, and by the time it comes out, it might be completely different. And that's kind of the whole creative side of that process, is just figuring out the best way to tell it. But yeah, and James, as for your question, my brother is always my brother. He's a guy. And he'll always be my brother. It's, especially, for my trans friends and family, I will approach them specifically and ask what pronouns and what depictions are okay for them in Persona Project, if I can, if I have the ability to talk to them, because I don't ever want to make somebody uncomfortable. So I typically ask, and I'm very careful about how I refer to people in Persona Project, especially as we get more towards the current eras. We'll get more towards like current modern times. It's very important that I respect people. So my brother will always be my brother. That was like one of the first questions I asked about Persona Project. I was like, hey, I know like we're trans, but like when I talk about our childhood, I want to always call you my brother. Is that like okay? Do you agree with that? And he was like, yeah. Like, I wouldn't want you to call me anything else. I'm like, okay, great. We understand each other. Quad, we agree. So yeah, some changes will be happening with Parker's era. I think the biggest change is that, and then it's gonna be longer now. Because I started writing out a little bit of Hawley's, like, skeleton, like, plot of just, like, events of, like, things that I can remember that happened. And I'm realizing year 18 is still Parker. It's not Hawley yet. So Parker's gonna get an extra year, which I am stoked about, because I have been loving the Peevlets, the YouTube members on the Discord server, the Bright Side tier. You guys got to see a little sneak peek yesterday about some of the writing, and it's hilarious. Like, God, Parker is such an amazing narrator. Like, I can't wait. Like, he has the sass of Blackbird, the edginess of a 16-year-old traumatized teenager, like, but he also has the whimsy and the softness of Wild Child. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's such a good combination of, like, my whole childhood and, like, just, like, a very raw part of myself. He's such a big-hearted, like, just huge creative side of me, and man, I'm really loving it. So I'm really actually happy that year 18, I might do a weird half and half, where half of it is Parker and half of it is Hawley. It might be like a weird transition thing I don't think I've ever done with any of the other eras, but for some reason this, like, transition between Parker and Hawley, it was very instant, but it's more delayed than I realized. So it was like Parker did start PetPyves, but Hawley finished it, you know? Like, it's like, are you still gonna doodle? No, sorry, I got too distracted. I can't really draw very well right now. I'm very shaky, so I'm just, I can take it off of this frame at the bare minimum. You don't have to look at the trickster being horrified. There, look at the entities being mean or whatever. Sorry, I can't focus well enough to draw right now. Oh, it's show business, baby. I would very much appreciate it if you guys got merch. Yeah, I get like a small commission. I don't get like terribly much. I tried to make the prices really low and reasonable, because I know the shipping can be a little bit more expensive with the website, and there's not much I can do about that, but I wanted to make sure it was like affordable, so that way everybody can get it if they wanted it. And I don't make a whole lot of it, but like, it is more of the notion that you guys like can have physical things to remind you of stuff that like comforts you. Like that's really important to me, because I feel that way about my stuff that I really like, and I love wearing my own merch. It's fun. Oh goodness. So yeah, I've been writing Parker. I have a lot of changes for Parker. How old is the first year Parker? 14. Year 14 will start with Parker. And it's looking like he has about 20 episodes per year, and he was originally gonna have 4 years, so it looks like we're gonna have another 100 episodes on our hands for Parker. My younger eras have a bulk of my memories, obviously. So Wild Child being the longest makes sense, and Blackbird being the second longest, and then Parker being the third. It all makes sense. Because as time goes on and I become an adult and I start taking care of myself and I get myself out of my family situation, like, the trauma gets less and less and less and less and less, and there's a lot less to cover because of that. Unfortunately, with my photographic memory, it is very much tied to my negative memories, and the positive ones get lost a lot. Like, I have a hard time remembering mundane things or good things, and so unfortunately with the older eras, I have a hard time remembering just regular things. I only really remember the things that are bad that stick out to me. So it's gonna be a tough exercise for me to try and have to remember the casual usual things for like Hawley and Haley. But I'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm right dead in the middle of Parker's era right now writing it. I'm on year 17 I'm writing right now. Which would have been the last year, but I realized, I was like, no, this is not the last year. This is like, not it yet. So that's mostly what I've been doing, is laying in bed, writing, drawing when I can. It's very, 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 very slow right now. I appreciate the patience. I know I'm usually upload a buttload more, but I just can't physically do it right now. But once this next week passes and I've recovered from my second surgery, I should be golden. We should be right back at it again, ready to finish this thing strong. And boy, did I cry so hard recording that ending of Blackbird's era. It just... oh, it had a whole different feeling than when I ended Wild Child. Like, every era is going to be so unique, and I will talk lots about that as it happens. Oh yeah, Blue Streak, you got such a good point in that. Yeah, Figment really was a huge hand in just blurring things, and yeah, I could probably visually get away with that too if I'm just like my therapist encouraged me to have an episode like that, where she was like, just have an episode explaining why you don't have good memories and why you can't remember them, and I was like, oh yeah, I can just do that. My therapist is great. She helps me through everything with Persona Project. I can't recommend it enough to have professional help when it comes to writing a personal narrative. Will digital circuits be mentioned in Persona Project? Probably. Like, I mentioned all my other fixations. I'd be damned if I didn't mention it. It's gotten me through a lot. It's how business, baby. However you want to portray your own personal project is up to you. If you want to reference mine, go for it. I'm totally for it. I don't care what you do as long as you are helping yourself heal. Like, I'm not gonna stop you or be like, ah, you're doing it wrong. Like, healing is healing. Just do it, man. Like, I don't... if you want to do it the way I do it, great. I'm glad I provided a template for you. Like... Robin's episodes will probably be, like, the least amount, yeah. Like, I'll cover, like, okay, to put this into perspective, my goal is that this year I'm gonna finish Parker, okay? I'm gonna finish Blackbird and Parker this year. Blackbird is gonna finish next month. Parker is gonna finish this month. Like, by the end of March, we will be done with Blackbird, we'll start Parker. By the end of fall, coming into winter, we will be starting Hawley era. Like, it's about to pick up pretty quickly here. And then Hawley's era will be done by probably spring. It's going to be pretty short. It's like 3 or 4 years. Haley's era will be done probably by the end of summer, and then Robin will probably be done by next winter. So by not this winter, but next winter, Persona Project will be done. Put that into your perspective for a minute. Robin's era will finish when I finish Persona Project. When Persona Project concludes, Robin's era will conclude, because I will have healed. I will have set out to do what I have done, and then I will be free to be who I want to be as a healed person. And that will be a whole era of discovery for myself of, wow, I know myself now. I've healed. Who would I want to be now? What is my future going to be like? So there's still a lot to happen, and I probably will update everybody as eras conclude. Like my next era, whatever after Robin's gonna be, I will probably be like, hey, once that one's done in like 4 years, it's usually like 4 years, I'll be like, so here's what happened during that era. So yeah, we have like 2 more years of Persona Project. And then I'll be starting my real projects. My stories and characters. You think my symbolism is good now? You think my storytelling is good now? You don't even know. You don't even know what I've got cooking in my brain outside of my trauma, dude. Like, I'm more than my trauma. I'm more than my personal narrative, and I hope everybody will stick around to see it. Robin is making Persona Project. Yeah. That's why people in my last short were making me so irritated. They're like, you forgot to draw yourself, silly! And I'm like, dog, they are all me. They are all me. Robin is me right now. I draw myself separate from Robin because I intend purposefully at the end of Persona Project For me, the narrator in like the stupid burgundy goddamn jacket that I draw myself in. Me, burgundy jacket Hawley, will spin around Sim style and turn into Robin and be like, "Kay, let me finish telling the story now that we're here and caught up." And then at the end of Robin's era, Robin will turn into who I currently am and will go, "Cool, now we can be whoever we want to be." Boom. Spoiled the end of entirety of Persona Project for you. That's exactly what the plan is. I have so many other projects. Like, I do have a fear that art won't be my career after Persona Project because people will not be interested anymore because they can't, you know, consume my traumatic content anymore and relate in that regard. But I do hope people will enjoy the whimsy and the queer stories and the very authentic and beautiful magical tales I have in store with every goddamn project I have. I want to reboot 12, y'all. I want to make 12 all over again, but make it good. I want to make cat cartoons again. I want to, like, make Wander and Mouse Tales, like, Peeves has a story, by the way. Like, hello? Like, I would love to tell his story. He's been the mascot of this channel since day one. Like, I have so much more to me, and I just hope people will give me that chance. Like, I hope when Persona Project ends, people are just like, "Oh, okay, I don't care anymore." Like, don't you want to see what I worked so hard for? Do you want to see why I cared so much about healing? Because I care about these stories being heard and told to the best of their capacity. And I had to take care of myself first. Oh, here we go, Hayden. Oh, Corbin, you have been here, Corbin. Yeah, you too, Hayden. You guys have been here forever. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the goats. So yeah, it's one of those things where I hope people aren't just here for my story, but for my journey as an artist, and will support anything. I know it's going to be sad and hard for people to accept that things come to an end. I'm autistic. I have a hard time accepting that. I literally cry sometimes when I realize Digital Circus is going to end soon. Like, it upsets me. But it's a good thing that it can even be concluded. To say that we have seen the end of a story is a beautiful and rare thing. Fizzy. Oh my god, you guys. You've been a member for a whole year too. Oh my god, Fizzy. You're such a blessing in this community. Holy cow, guys. But yeah, yeah, I just hope everybody will stick around, because I put myself through Persona Project so I could tell those stories the best that they could be. You can watch the video, the update video I made where I announced Persona Project. You can see that I was really struggling, and all I wanted to do was tell my stories. And so yeah, that's what I'm working so hard for. The next 2 years will be me working really hard on myself continuously, and you're all along for that ride. And then once that's over, my work is just beginning. My life as an artist, as a storyteller, like, I want all the other artists and animators of our time, like the famous storytellers of our time, like Dana Terrace and Rebecca Sugar and Gooseworks and all of them, to look out. I am aiming to be amongst them. Once I am done telling my story, it is my prime time to do what I do best. I am setting myself up for success here. Like, I'm a go-getter. I'm a dream chaser. Like, if there's anything you know about me, is that I'm one determined motherfucker, and I will not be stopped. Like, nothing will stop me from chasing that. So no matter how much crap I go through in the meantime, that is like the ultimate goal, is to tell my stories. So yeah, that's my big motivational end of that spiel of just the trajectory of Persona Project. So yeah, like, Robin's era will end when Persona Project ends. And yeah, even if it takes me slightly longer, if it takes me another extra year, okay. Like, I'm taking my time. I'm doing it the best of my ability, as slowly and as surely as I can. That's why there's 200 episodes. Like, I am really being thorough here. It's really important to me, so I appreciate y'all all the support in the meantime. I know it's been a slow as heck month, but we'll get back at it. And yeah, right after this I'll upload the entities special for everybody to enjoy early, all my members, and then the public, y'all will get that tomorrow at 12. And then the next few shorts are gonna be a little rough, so just be warned. They will be a little rough, and then once we get past the rough patch, there's some good here and there. I didn't make it all bad. Year 13 was the worst year of my life, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't good moments too. Like, there's still some good moments to be had with Blackbird. And yeah, we'll be finishing in March. So far it looks like it's the 3rd week of March I'll be finishing, so whew, pretty soon. But yeah, things happen, so I'm just giving myself a lot of extra wiggle room, so April is probably when we'll start Parker's era. I'm gonna have to hilariously, I'm gonna have to space out when I record for Parker. I usually record the entire year in one sitting because I'm insane. But Parker's voice is very, very harsh on my throat. So I'm gonna record those in small batches and really take my time. Parker's era is really, really about slowing down anyways. He's very much an old soul. Slow down. Sweet, soft energy. So it'll be a good thing for me. Life is a roller coaster made by Blackbird on Roller Coaster Tycoon. Which Hazel, that is the most true and beautiful statement I've ever heard in my life. You're right, it really is.
She's like, and then we'll add 4 corkscrews. And if they don't throw up, I'll add another drop.
It's like the most beautiful way to put that. Can we hear his voice? You can, it's in the meeting episode. Oh god, okay. So for those who don't watch Brightside, it's basically my lucid voice.
Like, I really rasp up my voice and then also drop it down a little bit and then add a lot of nervous stutter to it and raspiness to it because it's just more masculine or whatever. But if he screams, it's like, ugh, my voice will die, and it's like, yeah. So he's such a actually, I'm an anime nerd. So it's how I want to voice him. So it's super rough on my voice. I'm basically taking Lucid as if the Lucid voice, as if Lucid wasn't a complete jerk. So it's yeah, new era is almost upon us. And it's funny because we go through the worst part of my life, then we just go into some of the best. So it's a very up and down, but I appreciate the support again and again, y'all. It's so nice to have you guys here. It's nice to stream, it's nice to feel kind of normal. I'm excited to get back into things and just feel like a person. Oh, so yeah, thank you for the fan art, thank you for all the donations today. I'll probably wrap up stream in a few minutes. I'll answer any more last minute questions you guys have and take a rest. I'm very, very exhausted today. I could not sleep last night, it was awful. Yeah. Yeah, so, I do have some more gaming videos too. I hope you guys know I upload one long form video a week usually, and then 3 shorts a week is what I try to do. Which I really like doing my little special short I did of just the little, I wanted to do it on Valentine's Day, but I got really sick and I couldn't, but it's a late Valentine's Day of the eras being told that they're loved, because I thought that was really sweet. I really like that one. I want to do more shorts like that, I think. It would be really nice. But yeah, I do have a little bit of gaming at least stocked up. I do have some really interesting Wobble Dogs episodes ahead. I have some more Animal Crossing builds. And yeah, eventually I would really like to start playing more games on my channel, so we'll see. How do I manage hate on a project so personal? Oh yeah, Samori, I eventually, first of all, I have a really good moderation team. Second of all, I have a lot of really good filters. Third of all, I learned to just remove it and move on. Most people will say hateful things
on Persona Project because it makes them uncomfortable. Persona Project is a very real and genuine thing, and on the world of internet where nobody is authentic and everybody wants your money, they can't stand me just telling my honest truth. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them sit with feelings they haven't sat with probably ever in their whole lives. And they get very defensive and they don't like feeling things. So I get a lot of hate on things, but I just end up removing it and moving on. And sometimes I'll block them if they're being really, really hateful, but most of the time I just understand that their inner child has taken over and they're extremely wounded. They are the saddest people in my comment section, and I don't need to make them feel any worse. And oftentimes people will comment without thinking. We live in this economy of attention where people just say whatever and they move on without consequence. And I don't take it personally anymore. How often do you go back on videos and check your comments that you have said? Like, never. Like, never. So, like, they probably just say whatever. They don't even check if it was even approved. They don't check if it was removed or if a moderator contacts them about something. They don't care. They just say whatever and they move on. So why don't I just remove it and move on? You know? So the way that I handle it is just over a course of a few years of learning to not take things so personally and be mature about it and say, you know, like one person was like, gosh, you're just lying to everybody. You're actually a woman. You're not a man. And I'm like, okay. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm not a woman, and I'm not a man either. I don't know what I am. So, I don't have that figured out. And you're literally a stranger. You don't know me. So I just removed it and moved on. Like, most of the time it's just people, they don't know me. And that's okay, and that's good. I don't want people to know every goddamn thing about me. So, yeah, that's how I deal with it. It took many years for me to get to this mindset, definitely. Shy artist, if you want to vent, there are plenty of places to do that on the internet that are designated for venting. This place is not one of them. It's, there's a time and place for everything. You know, that's a Pokemon quote. There's a time and place for everything, but not now. And venting is really important. I highly suggest a professional, like a therapist or even a counselor. If you go to schools have counseling. Even colleges have free counseling usually. Sometimes even your city and your community has free counseling and community centers, health centers. Or just talk to a trusted loved one or a friend and just ask them if it's okay to vent. You can just ask to vent, you know? It's better to ask than to just outright vent. So that's my best advice on that. Being honest is good. Even if you can't talk to anybody, write it down in a journal for yourself. Talk to yourself. It's really important. Like, your truth is important. How does it feel? How do you feel when people say that childhood is the best / romanticize it? Lulz, it's probably coming from people who have a sound childhood, who genuinely did have a good childhood, or a normal childhood, I will say. Those who had stable parents, or a good upbringing, a nice house, always had food and clothes and basic necessities, had friends in school, didn't experience much bullying, probably don't belong to a marginalized community, like they aren't queer, they aren't disabled. You know, it probably comes from a background of ignorance, or just even a background of just genuine well upbringing. Some people live in that bubble, and like that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. If they had a great childhood, I'm happy for them. I don't have any resentment towards people that have things better than me. That's icky. That's just not a good mindset to have. Like, if people want to be like, oh, my childhood was so great, I wish I could go back, like, okay. Like, it's a normal thing to mourn, I feel. Like, if you had a good time, there's always a sadness that comes with it that it's over. Like, I feel like that's a very natural grief response to something very good. And, like, the romanticizing of it, if somebody's romanticizing a childhood that wasn't good, obviously that's not good. I did that for a long time. Like, Hawley era, like Cat Hawley, would often be like, oh yeah, I was just a crazy kid. My parents would like lock me up. I was just such a bad kid. And like romanticizing it in that kind of way wasn't helpful for me. And for some people, it might genuinely be helpful for them. Like, I can't judge, I'm not that person. But I can say that there are some things that are harmful about the way people view nostalgia, and how especially capitalism and corporations have feasted upon nostalgia and have tried to turn it into something monetary. That is predatory and terrible, and I hate that. But just looking back at your own memories and missing the good old days, I feel like is a very normal human experience, especially from people who have like very sound childhoods. Even me, who's had a very horrific childhood, I tend to reminisce even my good times too. Like, I think that that's just part of life, personally, but, you know, that's just my opinion. Like, it doesn't bother me that much. Like, I don't take it personally when other people had a better childhood than mine. I don't be like, oh, good for you. Ugh. Like, I'm not like a brat about it. Like, I'm just very much like, that's great. Like, that's everybody should have a good childhood. That's what it should be like. That's what I'm mourning currently, is what I should have had. And that's what makes my good memories even harder, is that that was like the little tastes, the little glimpses of normalcy that I got. That's what makes it hard. It's your boy, Charles. Like, I feel like that's also, there's a term for that. It's called, like, age regression, where it's a trauma response. I would look into it. I'm not trying to diagnose you or anything, obviously. I'm just, like, informing you of, like, what this kind of sounds like to me, what I've been told by my therapist. Because I went through some age regression, Hawley's era, when I first connected to my inner child and felt very in touch with my child self and felt very childish myself and felt younger mentally and emotionally than I actually was. And it's like a thing where you're processing the trauma in the sense of living out the life you never got a chance to and now you can, kind of thing. And some people can relate to that. Like, yes, like, and like it's usually like one of the most horribly stigmatized things in the world. Unfortunately, it makes me very sad. Like, I will never ever be upset. I follow some people who have like age regression and they play with their toys and have a bunch of stuffed animals and have like a very whimsical outlook on life, and just it's very healing to see. Like, it's their way of healing and it's their way of coping, and I don't have any judgment in my heart for that. Like I think that that's just the way that their mind is protecting them. And like, I'm sure there are, you know, consequences and downsides, just like there is with any kind of mental health disorder or any kind of coping mechanism. They are mechanisms and it's what comes to us naturally. And you know, if it's harmful to them, I hope they learn something different, but, you know, to help themselves. But it's like, I don't know, like, I've always found that fascinating, because I've been through a bit of an era of that myself, with Hawley era. It was, I'll get into it with Hawley's era. I don't want to, like, obviously, like, say a whole lot, because I really do want to, like, just talk about it thoroughly there, but yeah, I had a lot of, like, skill regression, too, of just, like, not being able to do things anymore because of that, like, trauma response I was going through. Yeah, LOLZ, honestly, like, when it comes to people bringing up, like, wounds of our own, it's something that it'll come over time, I can safely say. Like, I used to get triggered in public when, like, I would see grandparents with their grandchildren. Like, I would just cry if I saw people just in public, just existing. It would remind me too much of my own trauma. Like, I was that, like, hairline trigger upset about, like, everything, because I was that mentally ill, unfortunately. And, like, there will come a time where you will learn to accept parts of your life, and then you will realize that Nobody else is like trying to attack you, and nobody else means harm. They are just existing as they are, and it's like, that's why I categorize my disorders into beings, so I could physically look at Clockwork and be like, hey, that grandma hugging her grandkid is not my grandma hugging me. I know it feels that way, and I know it looks sad, and all you can think about is yourself right now, but it's actually not about you, Clockwork. I'm sorry. And it's like this thing where I talk to her a lot, and I'm like, hey girl, like, those grandparents being grandparents has nothing to do with our grandparents, and like taking a moment to be like, yeah, I am sad, I do miss my grandparents, I wish things could have gone better, but they're just existing, and that's okay. And it takes a long time to heal that stuff, so don't beat yourself up. Like, it is not easy. That's great. Oh, like Orchid. I'm so like Orchid. I'm sorry if I'm butchering everyone's names. Jesus, but that's great. I love journaling. I love writing. That's really great to write down all your memories. It's really good. It's a good exercise. Keeps everything fresh, and then it's good to also remind yourself that there was good times at all. Sometimes, you know. Oh, goodness. I need more water. Oh, goodness. Oh, yes, curiosity, that's a good point, yeah. It's always like, it feels like our coping mechanisms are very short-term relief and not like long-term like relief or reinforcement that like actually like benefits us in the future. It's like your brain only can handle so much, and it's like, oh, this works, okay, great. It only works for a short amount of time, but at least it works. It's very much survival, you know? And like, you can't blame yourself for that. It's just a matter of taking accountability and at some point taking it by the reins and going, okay, I want a longer term solution than this. Thank you, brain. Thank you, brain. You did your best, but I'm gonna do better now. Oh, goodness. Okay, guys. I'm like actually getting hungry. I'm so happy about that. I have not had an appetite. I am so happy to be hungry right now. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go eat some lunch. I'm so excited. I have not been eating good. Oh, goodness. Oh, well, this was a great philosophical discussion. This is good. I'm happy we got to stretch the brain muscles a little bit. Oh, but yeah. Longest story short, yay to healing, however that looks for you. That's the best, beautiful, most beautiful part about it. Healing is it looks different for everybody, and like, as long as you are feeling better, that is the most important thing. It's not a linear, beautiful, exact line. It's very much like the roller coaster that Blackbird made in Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is the most beautiful thing. I'm gonna say that forever now. It's like the most beautiful thing ever. Oh, Raven, thank you.
Hawley. Just stopping in for some fries money. Be well.
Oh, thank you, dude. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm really trying. My favorite era, not including the kid eras? Ooh. Psh. My current era? Oh man, I love where I'm at right now. Life is great. I'm like a full-time artist, dude. I'm a full-time artist. My cat is doing well. My room is my safe place. My home is full of people and things that I love. My friends live nearby. We see each other often. It's so beautiful. Life is great right now. I love it. My current era is so beautiful. I could not have asked for a better time to heal than now. Oh, I feel like that's a beautiful note to end this all on. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And thank you for the funny fan art. God, the me crying with the lesbian flag is so funny. Oh man. If you have more fan art, feel free to submit it at any time. I appreciate it. There's a link in the description. And thank you to all who donated today. I very much appreciate it. I'm obviously taking a major goddamn L on finances this month because I barely uploaded, so I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, guys. And I love all the discussions today. Very nice, very good, very good. But yeah, I will try to stream again next Sunday if I'm feeling well. If not, we will have a different upload instead. Probably just another Wobble Dogs instead. But yeah, right after this, expect that early access video to come out. And that's all for today, guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for dealing with me not being able to draw very much. You know, just doing what we can. But yeah, it was very nice to I feel so much more human to have been back for at least a little bit. So thanks, guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. I hope you guys enjoy the new animation and all of its sparkly, beautiful 6-minute long glory. And thank you for helping me get through these really hard episodes this next week of Persona Project. The comments will be off for a lot of them, but I know that you're there and I know you're listening, so thank you. Okay, bye-bye!